Hey guys, Paul here. I just learned that Bostin Loyd had passed away. And I'm, send my condolences to his family. I'm sorry to hear about this. And it's unfortunate. He was a young man that was taken way too soon, and this could have been completely avoidable. Boston was, by all accounts, was a nice guy, a very unique personality. But I think he struggled with mental illness and seemed to be psychologically addicted to PEDs. He was extremely reckless with his PED use. Had been, I think he was in stage 5 kidney failure, from what I understand. I recently heard him on a podcast talk about how he was starting to blast again, which is, I don't know a better way to put it, but extremely unintelligent choice to do while you're in stage 5 kidney failure. I mean, he clearly wasn't concerned about the long-term consequences of, the reckless choices he made. And, I don't want to disparage the guy, but I feel like in a situation like this that there's always something that we can learn and take from it and do better ourselves. In this situation, I feel like Boston, and I see it with a lot of guys that I talk to, they somehow think that more and harsher compounds, more and taking more of and taking harsher compounds is a better choice. And one thing I try to promote in my videos is there are better options, there are safer options, and there's always a risk versus reward ratio that you have to consider with PED use. All PEDs do have adverse effects on your health to a certain degree. Some are less than others, but you have to consider this in the outcomes that you're trying to achieve. I am quite confident that Bostin Loyd could have achieved the same level of physique that he had without the damage that he did to his health. I'm certain of that. And with better choices and a safer, more well thought out approach, that he could have had better outcomes. But I think what the issue was here is that he had some sort of mental addiction, obsessive compulsive nature or whatever, where he just couldn't stop himself and continued to take more and more and more and tried dangerous and compounds and took reckless chances that were just completely unnecessary. I see it with guys that come to me sometimes, and I usually turn those guys away, try to point them in the right direction, but just, keep that in mind, that there is a cost for using these drugs, and some of them cost more in terms of health consequences than others. Some of them cost less, and you have to ask yourself, if you're trying to achieve a certain outcome, is the cost of that outcome worth the chance that you are taking? There are safer ways to do it. There are riskier ways to do it. That's all I'm saying. I wish Boston and his family all the best. I'm sorry for their loss. I feel terrible for them. It's a shame that such a young, outgoing, bright young man had to pass away unnecessarily at such a young age. Take care, guys.